Hello and welcome here to the MAP UK Group Stadium with me, Adam Allcroft, here for the live commentary of the match between Stockton Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels with me, Adam Allcroft, today. So thank you for everyone to listening for what is a massive match for both teams in the playoff race. Both teams are hoping to try and, over this weekend and the last 2 weeks, over the next weeks, seal their place in the top five and in that end of season lottery. And well, better with a potential preview of a playoff semi-final. Well, potentially at least. Stockton obviously came in with a lot of the tips as as we see the teams are about to come out here, being roared on by their very loud home support here. Just seeing Curtis Turner up to lead the Steels out as well here. So both teams come into this game with near identical form: 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. Both teams have the same objective: get into the playoffs. Because as soon as you know you're in it, the quicker you can start concentrating on them and thinking, are we going to be that team that can look through 2 matches? Stockton got all the way to the final last year before losing at Mask United in their very first season at this level, whereas obviously Stocksbridge would never have expected to be in this sort of fight. So we will read the teams out you as they come out. So the Stockton team, it's Callum Roberts in goal, then it's Lewis King, Daniel McWilliams, Tom Portas, Dale Mulligan, Tom Coulthard, Michael Roberts, Glenn Butterworth, Matty Timon, Cameron Pater, and Stephen Thompson. Their bench is Nathan Mulligan, Liam Cook, Kevin Hayes, Peter Bulmer, and Lewis McDonald. The Steels team is Ben Townsend in goal, then it's Bailey Baker, Jordan Lemon, Keegan Townrow comes in for his first appearance in months after being on dual registration with Rossington Main, Charlie Oglesby, Alex O'Connor, Curtis Turner, Charlie Wood, Luke Rawson, Lewis McCaskill, and Ifya Fabu. The bench is Jack Tinker, Ethan Bojang, Ross Goodwin, Zach Durnley, who makes a return to the bench for the pension committee, the second appearance after making his debut all the way back at Worksop, and Luca De Falco. So we are just 2 minutes away from kickoff here for massive game. The Steels are yet to beat Stockton Town ever in their history. The best we ever did against them was in their Stockton's very first game at this level, that 0-0 draw, which would end up also being Chris Hilton's last game in charge at Bracken Moor. Not that we would have thought that was happening back when it was. Since then, the Steels have come up to this ground on a very foggy December, lost 3-2, despite 2 stunners from Nathaniel Cross and Josh Nodder. And back at Brackenmore earlier in the season, the Steels would lose 2-1, a last-minute goal from Mulligan, winning it for Stockton and continuing their positive start of the season. So we just had their pre-match photo. Ian Richards coming out. Got a beautiful day for it in Stockton. All that cold, miserable weather we've been having for a few months seems to have disappeared overnight, and it's very different to the foggy night in December 2021 when we were here last. It's also just a very different ground, actually, to when we last came here. They've done a lot of renovations here, the club. It's been fantastic what they've done. Added a hospitality suite, a whole new stand. What I mean here compared to last year, they've actually moved that stand down as we will see the team swap ends it to begin with. I think that might be due to the position of the sun. If I just look to the right towards where the loudest of the Stockton fans are here, the sun shines right into your eyes, so the Stockton will have to deal with that in the first half. The Steels will be hoping that dips in time for the second. So things that we were getting at the start, we were just trying to get graphics and videos out. So we're just preparing for up here. Stockton standing over the ball here. Here we go. Stockton Town have kicked off. So Stockton in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, and yellow socks, kicking from left to right, while Stocksbridge Park Steels in the red shirts, red shorts, and red socks, kicking from right to left. Stockton quickly on the ball here. Yeah, going down the right-hand side, ball going in, cleared away by Turner. Bright start for Stockton here as they bomb down that right-hand side. Quick ball goes quickly with Butterworth now. Butterworth, horizontal pass into midfield. Go 1-2 with Butterworth. It goes back to him here. He's looking for the run of Lewis King here. Finds King, puts the first time crossing, chest down. Turner makes a block, and then Baker with a crucial header out. Volley goes in from Stockton, but it's well over. But it's a very bright start in the very first minute of this game from the home side. Steels will need to. Steels did defend quite well there to prevent any clear chance on goal, but eventually the volley would be go well over. He just couldn't get his body over it to keep it down. So it's back with Townsend now, makes his first trip to Stockton with the Steels today. Ball along, Rawson will head it on to Afebu, who looks to head it on again, and he does get it to O'Connor. Flicks it on, it's great play here, and it goes there to Wood, who's trying to lay it off now to McCaskill. Just needs to beat the defender, but a good tackling goes in. McCaskill keeps it still with Wood now, though, but Stockton able to clear it, and then Stocksbridge did find a hole in that defence for the moment, but have not been able to. McCaskill's closed down that cross for the second clearance, gets it away. Town Road heads it away, that's to Turner, who knocks it on, but it's going to be collected in the defence. Now it's out for Roberts, who just goes backwards a bit, pass it into midfield. Some good play here. It looks for Roberts on the run, looking to get the beating of Lemon here, but Lemon's just got the speed on him, and he cuts back really well. But there's a heavy touch from Lemon, goes right to Painter, who misses the chance. Lemon there, who's done great work defensively initially to cover off the run, but takes a too heavy touch. Cameron Painter lashes onto it, but Painter, who probably had more time than he realised, gets onto it and just drills a shot about a couple of yards wide, but it was a much better chance for him than he probably realised when he first got onto it. He snatched at that. We will, of course, try and keep you up to date with everything else happening in the Northern Premier League because a lot of the other results are now crucial for us to stay in the playoffs. Back now, it Steels have a throw-in on the right-hand side with Bailey Baker, who's on the halfway line, and it's taking about 5-10 yards to get down there. Baker throwing it down, looking for Rawson. He's going to bounce off his shoulder there. Nothing given though for it. As it bounces towards Lemon, header over the top of him by Stockton, but only back to Ozu, heads it away into O'Connor, who loses the ball a bit as he tries to control it mid-air, and Stockton able to get it back, but they can only knock it out of play for a throw-in just in front of the Stockton bench here. 3 minutes gone in this game so far. It is 0-0 here between Stockton Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. Turner just on the ball, but it's a heavy touch, and he's blocked off by the Stockton midfielder, which allows it to go out to play. Stockton will get the throw in here right in front of some of their fans next to the Steels bench. Quite a lot of people here today. I think a lot of the Middlesbrough fans who saw Burnley get promoted yesterday taking advantage of having another day of football on this Easter weekend. It's a ball knocked over the top by Stockton, and Town Road fell asleep for a second, but he's able to get onto it and head it back to Townsend there. That's going to be a tongue twister. We're having Town Road and Townsend connecting quite a bit today. Back for Town Road, who's going to send it long, looking for Rawson. Chests it down well. Back to Afebu. Afebu takes the touch, looking to control it. Has to be forced backwards here, but he does keep hold of the ball, but then eventually loses it, Afebu. And now Stockton will look to build an attack. Some good football from the home side here as it goes with Butterworth, but he's cut out by Afebu, who's worked hard to get that ball back before losing it again, but it is going to force Stockton all the way back to their goalkeeper, Callum Roberts, who takes his first touches of the game. Sending it long, and it looks like Roberts is just about to keep it in with a header. I'd like to Turner, who's headed it forwards, and it's going to be McCaskill gets in there. McCaskill's going to send one for a fade. Well, I think the idea was it was going to get for a fade, but it's way too long for him to try and get onto the end of. And it's going to be back with Roberts now. Of course, we'll try and keep you to the other local fixtures as well as other Northern Premier League East games. It is the last day of the Northern Counties today, so we'll see who gets in that last playoff position as Oglesby clears it out to Rawson, who makes a good little touch to O'Connor, who lays off McCaskill now on the left-hand side, who will face up with Lewis King, one of the best fullbacks in the division. McCaskill's going to look to jinx in around him, looks to take the shot. It's very weak and will be collected at the near post by Roberts, who'd have been very disappointed to see that. McCaskill did give Lewis King a bit of a run around initially, though. So back with Roberts, who's going to send this one long now. Oglesby's going to look trying to head this away, but it is flicked on by Stockton, and Lemon got a touch onto that to try and get it away, but it unfortunately not enough, and it's going to go for a throw in an attacking area for the home side now. Back here as King comes over to take the throw in. The young fullback here will he just take his time, finds his option, and it's back with King now. It's McCaskill back defending again, but King gets past both from left-footed ball in, and Turner slices his clearance out. It's Lemon who has to get the second header away, and then McCaskill eventually big clearance away. Faber's going to look to try and hold the ball up, but it's headed away there by Portas. Now to the left-hand side for Thompson, who will pass it back now to Portas again. Portas, touch forward, back with Thompson, back with Portas. They're passing it between each other to try and get some of the Stocksbridge pressure away, and it eventually goes back all across to Coulthard, who will now get it into midfield. And Matt Stockton are looking for their positions, but Lemon cuts that pass out for a throw in there. Stocksbridge looking rigid in defence there and limiting Stockton's options and forcing a poor pass in the end, but they do get the ball back with a throw, and King throws it into midfield back with King now. Gaskell gets a foot in and it's going to bounce out for another Stockton throw in. 7 minutes gone in this game and it is 0-0 at the moment. A goal to tell you about that doesn't affect the promotion race but affects the relegation battle. Consett have taken the lead against Carlton Town. Nathan Greenwood scoring that one. Throwing goes in and Oglesby heads it away, and it's Wood who O'Connor knocks on Amin, and Faber was looking to beat his man, but he just about headed away, and Faber slipped a bit as the ball was cleared, but only back to O'Connor. Now it's with Faber who's going to try and charge at goal. Fabo here, trying to slip through to Rawson, but it's just knocked away from him and allowed Stockton to clear. A bit slow in build-up there, and that allowed Stockton to get back in position. A surprising lack of pace from Fabo on that occasion, and Stockton immediately on the attack. It's with Thompson on the left wing now. He's cutting on the inside, right foot ball, looking in. Oglesby heads it away. He's going to go on the right wing here, and Stockton are just about going to keep it in through Roberts. Roberts puts a good quality ball in. Turner misses the clearance. Here comes a shot, and it's just over from Stockton there. Stocksbridge missed their clearance. I think it fell to Matty Timon, then the former Mask United striker, who was falling as he struck it, and it went just over the top left-hand corner. Led off for the Steels, and Stocksbridge could easily be 1-0 behind now. Don't think Stocksbridge are adjusting to the surface, the 5G surface here at Stockton, as well as they possibly could have. Townsend's going to send it long. It's over the top of everyone, and now going to go all the way back now to Roberts. Just going to say hello to some of the people in the comments. Hello, Ashton, saying, come on, Steels. Hello to Mohican, saying, well, there's no sound. That's because we hadn't started yet. And hello to Ian Sutton and the Footy Man as well, who commented. Do feel free to make some comments in there, and I will try and shout you out during the broadcast as Stockton send it long here. Going to go through everyone, but it's a misjudged header from Townrow. Townrow gets it back and he's just going to send that into Rose Edge, and out it goes to over the touchline. Surprising scoreline in the Northern Counties. Parkgate have taken lead against Wakefield. Isn't it now Stockton in defence here? Going to clip the ball to the right-hand side, looking for King, and he's got the beating of Lemon here. King just needs to put the ball in, well blocked off by Oglesby. Lemon's got it lost in his feet here, but physicality gets the ball back to Oglesby, clears it, but it's still on here for Stockton. Back here with Roberts, puts the ball in, blocked off by Wood there. It's another throw-in for Stockton. It's all Stockton right now in the first 10 minutes of this match. Here. King throws it back to Rob. Now back to King, who puts the ball in. It's a poor one, and O'Connor clears it. Goes to McCaskill. Not a great touch from McCaskill. Stockton goes in, appeals for a penalty. Referee doesn't take very long to say no to that. I think the appeal only came from the stand there. Back with Coulthard, who's taking a quick throw in all the way back to Roberts. I think Roberts misjudged that for a second, but it's not. But he was able to get it. Now it's back here with Mulligan in defence. Stocksbridge on the back foot at the moment, though. Rawson closed down well, and now it's with a Fabu, who just can't control it, but gets to O'Connor, who just can't lay the pass off to Rawson, and it's back in the defence. There's definitely opportunities in this Stockton defence, but Steele's yet to be able to take real advantage of any and create a clear-cut opportunity. Stockton have created clear-cut opportunities. Ball on from Stockton. Oglesby's going to head that out for a throw-in. And it's back here with King, who throws it into the middle. Back now with Roberts. Roberts is going to put a good looking ball in, look to the far post, and it's going to be headed wide. Pressure from Townrow there, forcing the defender to, well, the attacker to head well wide. Back now for Townsend to take the goal kick. So it's been a tough start for the Steels so far. Folks have had, well, two big chances, I'd say. Two chances where they'll think we should have taken them. And now it's time for Townsend to clear it out. Steels need to really get their foot on the game and be a bit more solid in defence. As now it falls back into midfield. Stockton, they're going to try and start it out of the ball. Isn't really aimed at anyone. It's going to go right back to Townsend now. And now here comes Townsend again, sending it long, but only back to the Stockton defence. And Stockton must have 60-70% possession at the moment, but the ball's long to Lemon, who has not got the greatest first touch, and Roberts able to rob him. And well, I say rob him, I thought he got a touch on. He said it's a corner kick being given, and Lemon's having a real tricky time at left back against Mikey Roberts at the moment. Goal locally, Swallownest have taken a 1-goal lead against Dronfield. As every Stockton player, apart from maybe just one or two, are in the 6-yard area. Faber's just had to come back to get the unmarked man. Everyone draws out to the 6-yard area, but Townsend's able to claim it. Really well claimed corner from Townsend there, who's been in some good form over the last few weeks. A couple of clean sheets to his name. And now Townsend will take his time. He got Stockton man just keeping him honest there. The ball goes long, looking for Rawson. Rawson is going to control it. Appeals for a handball, not given. Rawson gets passes blocked off, and Stockton have the ball immediately back. Stocksbridge have just had no possession in the half. It feels like we're immediately giving it away. And O'Connor's going to nip down the Stockton man there, and it's going to be a free kick to the home side. Just not a well-timed challenge from O'Connor. He's going to get a chatting to from the referee. And in a result, that it would be bad for the Steels and a shot. Dunstan are leading at Worksop. Richard Coulson has just given them the lead there. Ball being clipped in here, headed away by Rawson. Going to go back in midfield, clipped forward again, and now here comes a shotward, and it can be, well, it's going well wide. Townsend's ended up stopping that. So a bit of a shot there. Is Dunstan in the lead over there. That is not the result we would have expected or wanted. We're hoping Worksop would continue to put the foot on the gas despite them already won the title. Ball going long here. But it's going to bounce off, I think, the Stockton man, and throwing for the Steels. Attendance today here is 765. As Baker will take this throw-in now. Baker throws it into O'Connor, clips onto a Faber, who is just going to be forced backwards here. Takes a short pass to Turner, puts the ball over the top into the box, but no brilliant runners then, and it's going to go back to the goalkeeper, Roberts. 13 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0, despite Stockton have some big chances so far. Back with King into midfield now. They're happy to pass it round in midfield, looking for their opportunity as Portas puts it in a more advanced position. And then McCaskill almost robs that pass a bit loose, but it's back with Portas now. Portas tries to put the puck through the centre. It's flicked on, looking for Roberts, but Lemon heads it away. Back with O'Connor, who lays it off for Turner, and the counter may be on here as Rawson controls it. Finds Baker. Baker takes a poor touch, but he just about keeps it in, and he's going to put a drill past it forward, but Turner just doesn't have the yard of pace he needed to get on the end of that. It's going to be allowed to go out for a goal kick. Stockton definitely the better side so far in the first 15 minutes of this match. Back into defence here for Coulthard, Mulligan, who's going to send it long here. Dealt with by Tamro, who heads it away, but only to Roberts, who's headed it back on, and it's going to go into the far end. Townsend's racing to get it. Townsend's going to get it, and then he gets a right shove in from the number 10 Painter. And what the fans are appealing for is that Painter, the way Painter went in, he actually forced Townsend out of the box to the hand. And now, I think the referee, the linesman, well, I was wondering what's going on there, because I think the linesman, the free kick has actually now been given for that. The linesman's decided to give that. Because he did force him out of the box when I don't think Townsend wants to do all right, obviously. And Townsend just slipped as he taken that one as well, but eventually goes to Lemon, who's clipping it long, and it's going to go back here to the number 3. And Faber's tackled him, but a foul's being given. And Faber's going to continue running on, and there was a slip there from McWilliams at left back, but in the end, it was a foul from Faber. Surprised Cameron Painter didn't find himself on the end of a book with how protected goalkeepers are. It was definitely intentional. As it goes to King here, King's going to put, it's a quality looking ball for the far post, but Townsend claims it. Timon was hovering there at the far post. Stockton remain very, very dangerous in this game. Some more goals to tell you about. Brighouse are 1-0 on Grimsby Borough. Joshua Dacre scoring. Grantham are 1-0 up on Tadcaster. Mason Lee scoring. And Sheffield FC are 1-0 up on Hebburn. Joshua Burns scoring there. As still, Stocksbridge do have a free kick here, about 10 yards in. Actually, it's about 15 yards into the Stockton half. Turner's the man over it with Thomas Poole serving his last game of his suspension. So Turner will be looking to put Claw Silver in and keep on these set pieces as Turner puts it in. Oglesby's going to flick it on, but it's a heavy flick on, and it's going to just loop into Roberts' arms fairly comfortably there. And he's going to take his time here as he steals. Had a rare venture forward that ended in about as quickly as the other venture forwards have had. Roberts sending it long. Oglesby's looking to knock it away, does too, and was going to knock it long, but Rawson was running in the wrong direction, trying to get back on side, and it's going to go back to Roberts, who takes the shot to pass to Coulthard. Coulthard going to run forward with it. Rawson charging down. Rawson's going to now grab it on the left wing. He needs some help up there, and Coulthard's able to recover it, and it's a throw into the Steelers, but it's some good closing down from Rawson that's won the throw in an advanced position. Stockton are a team that look to play it out from the back, and they have actually, Stocksbridge have had a bit of success closing them down so far in this game. Seems to be where most of the Steelers' success, how little there has been of it so far, has come from. Back here with Lemon. Now for the throw-in. He hasn't really got an option here. Turner's going to offer himself as one. So is McCaskill. Instead, he's going to hit to Wood and back to Lemon, and he'll look for McCaskill. Peels for offside, not given as McCaskill's on the byline. Looks to cut inside. Tackle goes in. It's a corner to Stocksbridge. Stocksbridge their first corner game, 18 minutes into this one. And we'll see the light of Keegan Townrow and Charlie Oglesby head up there. So some good aerial options for Stocksbridge. It was from a set piece. Stocksbridge scored against Stockton last time. Here comes the corner and looks for the far post. Man goes over. Stockton are able to clear it. McCaskill's going to head it back onto the wing for Turner. Turner just takes it. It's not a great first touch, but he's looking for his space here. He's going to have Wood as an option. Instead, he's going to try and pass it inwards. It's flicked on and it's going to teasingly go across the edge of the area, but no one was there to try and slam it home. And then a Stockton man's going to go down fairly easily. As it was McWilliams there trying to start the counter-attack, and a free kick is going to be given. And I think there's going to be a booking for Turner there for stop as well. He's getting summoned over by the referee at the very least. In fairness, it would actually be a fair yellow card, I'd say that, just because it was, and there is a yellow for the captain, Curtis Turner. Not long in for him to get that. It was a fair decision, though, you'd have to say, just because. So, just been pointed out by a chair, apparently it was Lewis McCaskill, our number 10, that's actually committed the foul, not Curtis Turner, who has got the booking. That will be an interesting one, should one of those two get a booking later. I don't. No suspensions are in play at this stage of the season as well for multiple bookings, it's worth saying. As Baker heads it out, but it's been handballed there by the Stockton manager. It's cleared, but it's cleared anyway, nothing given as Rawson heads it on, and Rawson going to look try and race onto it, but Roberts has gone out. He takes a dangerous touch. Rawson almost got into it. Roberts is just forced to, he's booted out, he's kept it in, but eventually does go out for a throw-in. And Roberts almost being caught out by Luke Rawson there. So it's back to be a throw-in, and Baker's going to come and take that one. Stockbridge are just... So Stockbridge are starting to get a bit better into this game. They've had their not opportunities, but more ball in the Stockton half, which is what we want to see. Ball is going to go in here. Looks to the far side. McCaskill's going to haul it down, but he's immediately robbed of the ball. McCaskill is continuing to get a footing, but he slips over, and Bill Hall, Lemon blocked him off, throwing Stockton. Ryan's going to go back there to Stockton. It's back in their defence now. Before Butler is blocked off O'Connor. It's another throw-in. He looked a bit annoyed they didn't get the option zone. Had to kick it off O'Connor to keep possession. As it's just now in midfield. Good flick onto Portas. Some nice play midfield there from Stockton. They're looking for the left wing. They get it to Thompson now. He's got the overlap from McWilliams. He finds McWilliams. It's great play from Stockton to clip ball here. Volley from Timon, but Timon just did not get his body around it. It's superb play from the home side, who cut open Stocksbridge there. But in the end, the final touch, Timon was having to come back on himself to collect that ball. And in the end, he volleyed it well wide. Back now with Townsend. Pontefract Collieries have taken lead in their game against Lincoln United. Mikey Dunn having scored in that game. Townsend, low, long ball forward, headed away by Stockton, but only back to Lemon's going to continue to head it forward. Portas gets somewhat of a header onto it, but it's going to go backwards towards Lewis King at right back here. And then he's going to drill a long one forward. Oglesby's covering it, heads it backwards out to Lemon, who's going to knock it over his head long to Portas, who heads it. Might bounce out, but Wood's going to have to get a touch onto it, avoid King getting onto it. 22 minutes gone, it's still 0-0 here, but not for the lack of Stockton trying. King gets it back to Portas in midfield. Portas knocked it long, back into the wing here. Well rolled away from pressure from the midfield. He's going to try and knock it through. Bounces off his defender, demand. They're trying to get through. Portas well blocked off, and then Lemon is going to take a touch and try and pass it through into midfield to O'Connor. O'Connor is then tackle the ball, fairly done from Stockton, and it's back in their midfield. It's a strong midfield, this for the home side, and it's a great ball to Mikey Roberts here, who's going to be allowed time to turn, and he's going to instead pass it back to King. King puts a good-looking ball in, turn a diving header away, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. Some pressure from Stockton at the moment, but Steele's holding out for the time being. King looking for the pass through. It's a great friend from Roberts, and it's blocked off, and the ball just bounced awkwardly, still in. Appeals for a penalty not given. I think it went down a bit too easy for the referee's liking. Butterworth's going to clip the ball into the far hand side. Baker heads it away, and then O'Connor gets a big long clearance out towards it. Portas heads it backwards into Mulligan. Rawson's going to put some pressure on as he gets it to Coulthard. Coulthard ball forward, and it's headed back to King from Butterworth. King's looking for the diagonal ball into the box. Test Town Road. It's headed back towards the penalty area, penalty spot, but Turner is able to clear it away. Back now with Portas. Portas looking to get something on his right foot, looking to put a cutting through pass, but McCaskill heads it back into the defence and is allowed to go back to Townsend. Great passage of play from Stockton, but Steele's defence has held firm for now. Back with Townsend. Townsend is going to send it long, looking for Rawson, but it's headed away from him, but is going to bounce back for O'Connor, who's going to carry it forward. Going to allow it off to Afebu. Afebu's just looking to cut inside here. Afebu's looking for the pass through. He doesn't head it to Wood. Wood gets it back to Rawson. Rawson is back to goal. Back to Afebu. Can't get under control. Foot shot is blocked. Back to Afebu, who just can't get control of it, and Stockton are able to clear. Stocksbridge just not quick enough with taking the chances there, either Rawson and Afebu. Back with Lemon here. Lemon is going to go forward, clicks through after McCaskill, but McCaskill can't control. Stockton clear it, and Stockbridge just a bit slow in the final third at the moment because an opportunity was there. I thought Rawson maybe could have taken it on the first touch at the moment, that point. Back with Butterworth here. McCaskill goes in a bit late there, and Butterworth not happy there. He's peeling to the linesman because McCaskill stayed on the ground for a bit. That ended up being like how Sheffield Wednesday gave the penalty away yesterday, but no foul given there by the referee. Unlike the referee yesterday at Sheffield Wednesday. Well, going to left wing, looking for Thompson, who's holding it down really well. Baker's forcing him backwards though, and he's going to go back to McWilliams, who lays off sideways to Butterworth. Butterworth control. He's going to look for the run of King, and it's a good run from King, who chests it down well in space, and he takes the touch past McCaskill, and no one's closing down. Here comes the ball. It's deflected that cross. Baker's going to watch this bounce before hooking it away. Rawson's going to challenge for this ball forward, but headed away by Stockton. Back with Baker, and he's going to bounce over Baker, and Baker then boots this one away. It's going to be a throw-in to the home side. Stockton looking really, really good so far in this game. North Shields have taken the lead against Long Eaton United in a good result for both of these sides. Callum Larmouth has scored there, as it's with Portas now. And Morgan Long, and here goes a good opportunity. Stockton again now. It's on number 10, who puts a good ball in, but it's too close to the goalkeeper. Painter's cross, too close to him, and it's easily collected by him. So Townsend is just going to take his time before he sends this one long, looking for Rawson, but he says it's going to be a favour trying to make something out of it. And he's got the beating of his full-back there. He's going to race into the box from the right-hand side, needs to find his man, looking for Wood. It's just a bit off target, and it's cleared away. Afebu is going to go back and try and fight for this one as well as it bounces it back in. Welcome to AstroTurf. Back to Baker, who's putting a good quality cross in. Rawson heads up. It's the bar! But I think it was touched onto the bar there by Callum Roberts. It's still with Stocksbridge. Baker's going to clip another ball in, and Wood misses it, but he was offside anyway. Stocksbridge have their best chance of the game as Rawson's close-range header is touched onto the bar by Callum Roberts. It's a fantastic opportunity, a fantastic header from Rawson, who I don't think he could do much more than maybe just get a bit of change of direction onto it. But Roberts makes a great save to keep this game at 0-0. Well, it is 26 minutes gone with the Steels getting the closest they have been so far in this game. Fantastic cross from Bailey Baker. So one of the few question marks about Bailey Baker is sometimes his delivery in those sort of opportunities can be quite poor, but that one was absolutely perfect and very almost led to the opening goal here. Back with Roberts now for the goal kick. Roberts is going to send it long here. Oglesby heads it away before Porter spoke to back in for to send it long, and McCaskill going to look try and get the beating of King here. McCaskill is going to haul it down. It's a touch in. I think it came off McCaskill, but the pitcher's kept it in here as McCaskill lays it off well to O'Connor. Not a great touch from O'Connor. It would have opened up quite well from him if not. McCaskill here is going to find O'Connor again down the left-hand side. O'Connor's going to drill in. He's on the edge of the box here now. Puts the ball in, deflected away and headed away now by Stockton. McCaskill's looking to try and keep them honest, and McCaskill gets a bit of a touch onto it, but it will bounce out now for a throw-in to the home side. Back there, and it's going to go into midfield. McCaskill closing down, back into defence for Coulthard. Takes his time with McCaskill and Rawson hovering over him. Goes long to Timon, who tries to play target man, only heads it back up to the air. Timon gets a second touch onto it, and it is back to Roberts, who puts it into the midfield for Thompson here, who is going to come down the midfield and is going to go find King on the right back, who really loves to do the overlap here, and he's got a good delivery on him. Instead, he's going to put it back into midfield this time, though, as I say that. And he's going to put a pass into the box, but being covered here by Lemon. Back here for Thompson, who from the right wing, who puts the cross in, and Townsend gets a punch onto it, and it's gone out of play actually for a goal kick before the cross was put in. So it's back now with Townsend to take this goal kick here. Townsend sending it long, looking for Rawson, but he's been held by the arm there. Can't get up, but Fabu is going to go collect that, pass it back to Baker, who is going to run forward with it. He's got some options ahead of him, including a Fabu again, but instead he's going to cut a bit inside. Now he's going to look for the overlap and a bit of one-touch passing here as it goes down to a Fabu on the right wing. Tried to lay off to Baker, just didn't work out. A bit ahead of him. Could see what the idea was, see that was a passing routine from the training ground, but in the end, just a bit too heavy the final pass, and it goes out for a Stockton throw-in. You can see what Ian Richards talked about. Like, he likes his overloads a lot of the time, Ian Richards. And in the end, it just could not work that one out. The final pass lacking as Turner fights this in the end. He gets it to Wood, who's not too long looking for Rawson, who just can't get the control of it, but he has gotten back to get the ball, Rawson. Takes the touch off here to Turner, and Turner rolls out 2 challenges there before the third one is successful. And then Stockton looking to get the counter on as they send on to the right wing, and it's bounced beautifully into his pass there to Mikey Roberts. He's facing up with Lemon, looking to cut inside. He's going to drill the cross in, but blocked off the back of O'Connor. It's back with Roberts now. Roberts is going to stand the ball up. He's looking for the far end of the box. It's headed back here. Here comes the volley, blocked off by Turner. And then a Faber takes a touch, looking to get the beating of McWilliams. And I think it comes off McWilliams there before going out for the throw-in. So interesting scorelines so far in the Northern Premier League East. Some good, some not so good. They've done some, one particularly not good. Where are Worksop today? As Baker going to throw this one down and gets it to a Faber, who does a great turn then. A Faber looking to a few footsteps, gets it over to O'Connor, who looks to get touches into the box, takes a shot, blocked by his own man, but it's back with O'Connor. Drills a shot, well saved Roberts down to his right-hand side. It's getting better for the Steels, and it's a good shot from O'Connor, but well claimed by Roberts down low to his right. Callum Roberts having a good performance so far. Was quiet for the first 25 minutes of this game, and now he's being forced into one very impressive save and one good save, though he would have been disappointed if that had found his way underneath him. 30 minutes gone in this game. It is still 0-0 as the ball goes long here, goes over the top of Turner, and then over the top of Town Road, but back for Oglesby to head away. He gets clattered into and gets the free kick as well. Oglesby is being one of the Steel's top performers. And he's now back with Townsend now for this free kick. So, and Townsend, I think Townsend may be playing games because he kicked it a bit far forward and then he gets it kicked back to him by Matty Timon. Here's Townsend's long ball forward. Timon trying to block. Ball going to go long, looking for Rawson, who just misses out on his header. Stockton able to head away. Turner not keeps it into the midfield, but Stockton have got the winner out as Roberts edge on, but only back to Oglesby, who's looking for a Faber with that, and I think Faber didn't realise it was coming to him, allowing Stockton to get back onto it and Faber tried to keep a pass in there from Wood, but it's going to have to play for a throw in there. Back with McWilliams now after the throw in, sending it long. Townrow going to clear that one back out into the midfield for Stockton. Easy for Thompson to collect as he puts it in the midfield for Portas. Portas just rolling on with it. King was on a great run there. Portas didn't find him. Portas still on after a 1-2 with Roberts, and it is now with King, and King's going to cut inside and looking for the pass through, but being well cut out there by Wood, and then Wood's going to pass it out to O'Connor. O'Connor with the ball gets it to the right wing for a Fabu. Got the overlap, but he's going to put it back into the field. It's not a great pass, but Turner gets it to a McCaskill anyway. McCaskill cutting inside, Portas running at the defence now centrally, looking to get the pass through to a Fabu, well blocked off. A Fabu would have been one-on-one if that been successful. Back with Portas now, gets it back to King, and it with Coulthard now to Portas on the right wing-back position as it goes into Butterworth now, who's going to look to get it to the left wing, where if this pass works, he's going to have some space, and it is actually going to work, but Baker's got enough time to get over there, and Baker's going to block that off, and eventually Baker is able to clear it away, but it's actually going out for a throw-in just before Baker can get to it. Had some help there from O'Connor as well. So back here on the Stockton have a good opportunity at the throw-in here on the left wing, parallel with the box. 33 minutes gone, 0-0 in this game so far. As we just waiting for this run to come in, it goes in eventually. As Baker's just covering and he's trying to roll out, but Baker puts a good tackle in. Baker rolls away from the coverage challenge, rolls away from a second challenge, but in the end he can only pass it out play. He didn't really get the spot there, Bailey Baker, after some good defensive work from himself. Now Stockton continue on the ball now here. Portas gets it through here to Butterworth. Ball goes over, shot goes over, looks closer to the goal than I thought it was going to at that time. We're just looping down. If it was actually further out, it would have looped right into the top corner, but too close to the goal, that one, and it's going to go over the bar. Townsend will get a goal kick now. Back now for the goalkeeper to take. Townsend will send the ball long. He is looking for Rawson, but it's going to be easily headed away by Coulthard. Gets it to Timon. Turner's harassing him all the way, and now O'Connor to come in and get it. Back with Baker now, whose clearance is charged down by Thompson, and it's going to be a throw-in on that right-hand side. And Baker will get the throw-in here. Throwing down the line, looking for Rawson. It's off his back of Rawson, and it's Wood who gets it to a Faber on the right-hand side, but McWilliams is able to tackle and keep it in and clear it away. Townrow heads that clears, but it's only going to go back to Stockton midfield, and space has opened up here for the home side, and they've got it to King, who's got some great space down the right wing, and he's got time to put a cross in. It's a great-looking cross. Townsend punches it. It's somehow not been tucked in as it was hovered over the yard away. Stock's able to clear it, and now there's a counter-attack opportunity. O'Connor gets it to Turner. Turner's going to charge forward, but it's a heavy touch from Turner. That was a call for to boot that one away. Somehow, Stockton did not turn that in from a yard away, and the Steels will be breathing a sigh of relief. Back with Bailey Baker on the right side. Just players hacking at the ball there for a couple of seconds before, in the end, Stocksbridge were able to get it away. Throwing down the line, if Faber knocks it on, but it's only going to go back to Mulligan here, and he's going to look to get it on the right wing now. Does so with Mikey Roberts, who faced it with Lemon. He blocks it off Lemon. It's going to go for a corner kick to Stockton. And the fans are excited because we know where Stockton beat Stocksbridge last time was on these sort of set pieces. It was a free kick into the box which they headed in, which is where they won it over at Bracken Moor. The Seals will need to be on top defending duties to make sure this doesn't end up in the back of the Steel's net. Shildon have taken the lead against Bridlington. Che Liddell having scored there. Here comes the corner in, looking for that far post. Townsend gets the punch onto it. It's going to fall for Portas, who takes the short pass in. Ball, another ball clipped in. Look for the far post. It's going to hover. It was hovering at the far post. Lemon had to leave it, or else he could have accidentally touched it into his own net. Stocksbridge did give a helping hand to Stockton last time out with Lee Cooksey, a North East native, scoring an own goal here last season back in December 2021. Back here now for Townsend to take. We are 36 minutes gone in this game as Townsend sends this one long. Can be touched away by Stockton. It's back with Mikey Roberts, and much like the start of the game, it's not sticking for Stocksbridge, and Stockton are looking rampant as they get the pace and a Baker there, as well as appeal for a handball off him, but I think advantage may have been given. Going to go backwards though at the moment, as they're going to skim a ball across, and it's a poor pass, and McCaskill's going to collect it, and Stocksbridge will see if they can get a counter going, but I think McCaskill a bit too slow, and his pass was blocked off. And then McCaskill's going to wrestle a man to the floor, and a free kick given essentially. Poor from McCaskill there, who had the opportunity of a counter. And now it's going to be a free kick in the middle of the park, almost in the middle of the half for Stockton. It'll be difficult to whip a ball in, but we'll see if they have any sort of special routine for this sort of free kick. They've got big targets in that box. Mulligan is the Dale Mulligan is the man you will need to keep an eye on here. And that is who he's looking for on the right wing back way, but Lemon is able to head it away. McCaskill will gather it now, and McCaskill's going to clear it, knock it off a Stockton man and get the throw in here for Stockbridge. Well defended by Jordan Lemon, and McCaskill taking the smart option there to give a bit of relief to the Steel's defence. Just taking some time here for the throw to happen, because Lemon's got to go back and collect it. And I think Lemon's happy to take his time to give the Steel's defence a bit of a breather. Lemon sending it long, headed away though, only to O'Connor, who's overhead kicked it back to Afebu. Afebu's looking to get the tournament Williams, and he has got beaten of him, and he's going to try and race down the red wheel, going diagonal away from goal at the moment, before McWilliams is able to get his tackle in. Back to Baker, who's going to send it long, but that is a poor pass from Baker, and it's going to go for a goal kick. It just feels like when Stockton get the opportunity, they need to take them, and they haven't been doing so far in this game. Back here for Roberts to take this goal kick now. So take some time, Roberts now, and sent long here, headed up into there by Town Row, but it's going to fall perfectly for Stockton here. Turner is trying to get a tackle in, but it's well turned by Painter, who's evaded 2 tackles now. 3 tackles he's evaded. Shot is blocked by Turner's feet. Turner slide tackles it away, but goes back to Portas, who's trying to get the ball through, gets it back, tried to look for Roberts, but Roberts can't get it under control. It's a throw in here near the corner flag. Back now for Lemon to take. So it's a on left wing. Lemon here will throw it down the field, looking for McCaskill, but headed away by King. Going to go back in midfield here with Butterworth now, who's going to get it onto the right wing. It's currently Portas who's onto the right wing. Good right footed ball in, but straight at Townsend. He collects it. Townsend taking his time with it as we enter the 40th minute in this game, and it is still 0-0. Townsend will send it long. Afebu is going to drop in looking to get the header on, but it's headed away by McWilliams into midfield and cleared away by the home side. Lemon's the one who tries to head away. It comes off the top of, I think, Roberts' head there, but I thought it did. Linesman disagreed with that, and it's going to be a throw-in. King is going to take this now. Gets it back into Portas, who puts it back into King. King trying to get down the line. Evades the challenge of McCaskill there. Continues, lays it off for Roberts, who's cutting inside. Outside right foot, cross in, headed away by Town Row. Then Baker gets the second head away. Only back as far as Thompson. Thompson taking the volley, but it's right at Townsend. It was an opportunity at the spectacular there, but he holds it in fairly simply. Townsend will send that long. It's skewed rightwards towards Afebu, and he's going to try and keep it in, and he has, but it's only giving it back to Stockton here. O'Connor's harassing, but gives it back to McWilliams, who gets it pass forward, and it's a poor flick on it. Goes just back to Lemon now. Lemon's looking for the run of McCaskill with this long ball forward, but that's been covered by King, who's just going to touch it with a header to Roberts. Bit wider, Roberts. Roberts had to stretch for it, so he won't be particularly happy, but he gets it anyway. Fackley are in the lead against Answorth in the last game, official match day of the Northern Counties season. Ball going long here, bounce over the head here. And it's going to be Roberts who tries to get onto it. Oglesby gets the first header on. Oglesby trying to get the second header. It's the bounce of the pitch there that is the free kick in the start. That's where you go down. But the way normally that would fall onto the feet, but I think the pitch there just made it bounce a few more times. Oglesby though probably should have been able to judge the bounce a bit more, having played at Staveley's AstroTurf pitch for a season. We go back for Townsend to take this free kick. Was a very light one for the Steels to get, but we did get away with one on that occasion, I think. Townsend will send it on, looking to get it to Rawson now. Headed away by Stockton though, and then flicked on again back into defence. Townrow going to head it back in, but it's only back into midfield. It's going to help with Stockton's momentum, if anything, this. And they're going to look to get a quick ball to the right wing, looking for Roberts. Can Roberts get it before he goes out? Roberts does get a touch onto it, but he knocks it to be a throw-in right next to the corner flag. Clever play by Roberts there to stop it from being a goal kick and keep some pressure off for the Steels. So it's a throw-in of a lemon to take towards that corner flag, and Steels have to fight to get it out of their own area now. Hello, Paul Turner saying a bit of luck and be winning. You're all right. If we had it, but then again, Stockton could be exactly saying the same thing. Yep. As Lemon prepares to take his second throw-in succession. Steel's big chance coming from Rawson, forcing a fantastic save from the goalkeeper, Callum Roberts, as Rawson now heads it on, but it's being cleared away by Stockton. To Thompson now, as Baker tried to get a foot in, and such a poor and a Faber almost raced onto it, but knocked away by Butterworth at the last minute. Goes back to McWilliams, who's going to clear it, but only into Turner, who heads it away, but that only goes back to Butterworth now, who's been harassed and is forced to pass it back to McWilliams. McWilliams is then going to take the option to get it back to the goalkeeper. Sends it long now. Wow. And flicked on by Roberts, who's going to head it on, and it looks like it is just going to go for a goal kick here. So we are 43 minutes into this game. It's still 0-0. Chances for both sides, but none taken as of yet. Just mentioning that the Steels have the likes of Zach Durnley and Luca DeVolco, they could bring on the bench to try and make an impact in the attacking area. For Stockton, they have Kevin Hayes on the bench. So Townsend will take chance for the goal kick here. Another goal to tell you about in the relegation battle. Nathan Tyson has just scored for Grantham. 2-0 they are now against Tadcaster Albion, as Afebu tries to flick a ball on, but it just goes straight out of play for Stockton. Back on the left-hand side here. Throwing going in. Only headed backwards by Baker, but only for Oglesby to boot this one away. He's looking for Rawson, who is out muscled there. Allows Coulthard just to clip it back up. Baker can only head it backwards, and that's going to go out for a corner. And that is a giveaway from the Steel's defence here. Yeah. Against a side that are well known for being very good from set pieces. And that has rallied the Stockton fans here into quite a bit of noise as they prepare to take their set piece. O'Connor's going to go and try and cut off the short option that they've got as well. Different setup this time. Quite a lot of players hovering across the entirety of the area. Ball going in, a good looking one looking for the far post. Comes off the back of Town Road. Townsend has to touch it over. It's another corner for Stockton. So Steels have to defend another corner here. Right back now, it's just waiting for this corner. Stockton fans continuing to rally fans. We haven't heard the famous, we've got our high streets wider than yours chant yet. the town of Stockton famous for having the widest high street in the country. There's a pub quiz answer for you there. And here comes the corner. It's a good-looking one. Rawson gets the first header on, and then O'Connor boots it away. But it feels like he got caught in the wind there. It's curled away, and it's going to continue to put some pressure on because it's gone out for a throw-in, basically on parallel with the corner of the box. Back here on the left-hand side now. Oh, as McWilliams is going to prepare to take this throw-in. Big throwing going right into the box. Turner heads it away. Thompson's going to flick it on. It's going to go bounce for Buttock, who's looking to take the hitter. Closed down and blocked by Lemon. And then Oglesby is going to clear this one away. And that is going to be the half-time whistle. It's 0-0 here between Stockton Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. Both teams have had chances, though Stockton have been the better side, especially in the first part of the first half, and the second part it was in the middle when Stockbridge rallied and had the opportunities of their own. Matty Timon will be wondering what he could have done with some of his chances. But in the end, it is still 0-0 here. And it's all to play for in the second half. We will see you then in about 15 minutes. Hello and welcome back here to the MAP UK Group Stadium here at Stockton on Bishopton Road West. It's a Northern Premier League East match between Stockton Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels, where it is currently 0-0 after the first half. Stockton did have the better chances in the first. Matty Timon will have had a few where he will be cursing himself when he looks back at them, especially. Cameron Pato's had a good chance as well. But the Steels also had their own opportunity. Luke Rawson's header was touched over the bar, but we have a second half action where I got to imagine there's going to be some goals with how open the game has been in this first half. I'm your commentator, Adam Allcroft, for this one. As we're just seeing the last of the players and coaching staff head onto the pitch and get into their positions. I think the longest person taking longest is our own manager, Ian Richards, who's just kind of sauntering over the pitch at the moment. The 5G pitch that is here at Stockton, which has played its part at times. The bounce is interesting, to say the least. I've seen a few that definitely would have normally bounced out on a normal pitch that we have ended up staying in or bounced a bit higher. But anyway, so it's Steels are over the ball, ready to kick this game off. It's Charlie Wood over it. And here we go. So the Steels have kicked off with Charlie Wood. So it's the Steels kicking from left to right in the all-red kit, while Stockton Town are in the yellow shirts, blue shorts and yellow socks, kicking from right to left, while the teams are as follows. So it's Callum Roberts in goal, then it's Lewis King, Daniel McWilliams, Tom Portas, Dale Mulligan, Tom Coulthard, Michael Roberts, Glenn Butterworth, Matty Timon, Cameron Painter and Stephen Thompson. Just as Rawson gets on the ball here, lets it to a favour. There might be an opportunity for the Steels here, but it's actually well in from McWilliams there, who is going to get that one away now. So the Stocksbridge team is as follows. It's Ben Townsend in goal, Bailey Baker, Jordan Lemon, Keegan Townrow, Charlie Oglesby, Curtis Turner, who's on a booking at the moment, Charlie Wood, Luke Rawson, Lewis McCaskill and Ife Fabu. The bench is Jack Tinker, Ethan Bojang, Ross Goodwin, Zach Durnley and Luca De Falco. As Baker just slices the ball forward, allows Stockton to get in, but Ogilvy's just coming in to sweep that one up and boot it away. So it's going to go comfortably back to Paul McWilliams. Actually, he's having to bounce over his head. He's having to follow that out as it goes out for a throw-in. We will, of course, during the second half, keep you up to date with any other games happening in the Northern Premier League East that may affect us and the others as well, as McWilliams gets the ball right back there. He's going to send one long, and we just looked at it, might just get onto it, but instead it's well read by Oglesby, who heads it out for a throw-in. Stockton looking to get this game off much like they did the first. They had a couple of chances in the first 5 minutes, the home side. Ball's currently with Portas. Spreads it out wide here to King, who's now giving it back to Portas, and is just happy to pass it out deep in their area, deep in the Stoyles area at the moment, as it goes back to Mulligan. Now says off to Coulthard, who is just, there's a bit of pressure on the Stockton defence, and I think the Stockton fans have got a bit nervy as Rawson weren't too far off that one. He's going to go all the way back now to Callum Roberts, who's just going to take time, going to take this like a goal kick, it seems, and he does. Looking to get it to King on the right wing, who takes a great touch, gets it into the middle here. But he's going to be robbed of the ball well there by Lemon and back foot, and who gets it forward to Rawson, who's looking to hold the ball up. Being touched behind him, Rawson's going to chase, but it's going to be well covered as it goes now back to Roberts. Rawson is going to press as Roberts is able to get it away. Goes here to Thompson, but O'Connor gets in though. It's only back with Portas now, who is the guy who looks to dictate the game for Stockton. As just O'Connor on the harass was booked. An early goal in the second half in another one of the North League fixtures. Niall Davey has equalised for Carlton Town against Consett, and Stockton just put a good-looking ball into the box, but Townsend's out quickly to collect it. 48 minutes gone in this game so far. It is 0-0 here. Townsend will send it long. He is looking for Rawson, who comes off his back after being held by Mulligan. And it's going to go in midfield. It's a poor pass. Goes to Oakley, who's going to clip it long, looking for a Fabu, but it's read by McWilliams, who's going to head it back here to the goalkeeper, Roberts. So Roberts is going to send it on, but it's been headed backwards here by Stockton, who didn't control it very well. And almost in there was Caskill, and as Stockton able to clear it, and they're clearing it down the right wing where Roberts caused so many problems, and Roberts is having a physical battle with Oaksby, which he has won as he gets it back onto the right wing. Lemon back there trying to cover, pass backwards now to King, who's looking to go inside, back on the right wing here, before being put back to Butterworth in midfield. Butterworth puts us pass through. Back here, back to Portas, who's going to take a touch, going to get it to the left wing, but well cut out by Baker. Fabu who's looking to try and turn this into an attack, but I think he just chickened out of that one a bit of Fabu there, and it's booted out into the over touchline. Back here now for a throw for the Steels. So, back for Baker here. Throwing down the line, looking for Rawson, and Rawson, I think, got a hand to the face there, but referee didn't spot that. Stockton cleared that one up, but it's going to go, and Oglesby has to follow this all the way before heading it back to Townsend. So Townsend will boot this one upfield. He is looking for Rawson, and it's going to be headed away from him again. We're about to turn it to O'Connor, then back to Townrose, clipped a long one forward. Fabu's tracking it, but it's going to be headed away only back into O'Connor, who's trying to find Fabu. Again, Fabu looking to get the turn on his man. He bounces off McWilliams, but Fabu's still in control of it. He's back to Baker, who has to allow it to roll behind him. He's going to put it in midfield, but it's going to be given back to Stockton now, and they're going to look to get the counter-attack going, but a poor pass allows Townroad to collect it. Back to Wilson, who's getting immediately held. Back Connor may have found McCaskill there, but the offside flag is up. It's going to be a free kick here to the home side. Callum Roberts will go over the time. Very, very close position from the linesman. I was actually perfect in line with it. I personally didn't think so, but it was so close where you just go, let's just say the linesman's right on that one. Do love non-league. Non-league football is the only place where you'll see two kids going around on a scooter during half time. Well, not during the match. And not have a steward give a steward an aneurysm. Or it might do, but they can't say it. Anyway, Roberts will now get the okay to take this free kick as Stockton press men forward. Here comes, well, it's looking for the left wing, but it's very poorly done. It's going straight out. Stock will give Stocksbridge the ball right back. Very, very good. So it's back here for Baker. Baker will get it down the line. He's looking for Rawson here, but he can only head it back out to play for a Stockton throw-in. Rawson is, at the moment, not very happy with the treatment he's getting from the defenders, but it's something he isn't going to have to battle through. Referee's not giving anything, and it's not going to be that sort of referee today, as it's currently with Portas, who passes it back here to Coulthard, and Coulthard's going to switch it onto the left-hand side to McWilliams. It's a good pass. Williams controls. He's looking to send a long ball into the box, but that's going to be collected by Townsend. He's happy to collect those all day. As in a local fixture, Fackley have taken a 2-goal lead against Answorth. Townsend going to send it long. He's looking for Fabu, and he's going to try and keep it in, but a little shunt from McWilliams is going to get him off track, and it's a throw into Stockton. And Fabu's complaining about something. I'm not sure what he would have been complaining about. Definitely not a free kick. And the ball is going to go along here to Baker, who heads it out here, and it's going to go into midfield for Stockton. Portas is looking for the ball here to Roberts, and Roberts is going to take this in well. He's going to try and knock it over McCaskill, but McCaskill blocks it, and his second header will take it out of play. Stockton definitely edging the first part of this second half, though nothing created for either side yet. Well, made midfield, but Portas misjudged that. Bounce back, and Rawson has got onto that ball, so needs a second touch, but it's just a heavy touch, and Stockton able to clear away. Baker's going to track this one back, and Baker's going to take the short one here to O'Connor before touching it onto a Fabu. Fabu gives it back to O'Connor. Fabu kind of continue with it, gets it well to Wood. Wood's touch goes in the air, but now he's going to try and flip through a Fabu, but not a great pass from Charlie Wood. Wood in midfield now for Stockton, and with Butterworth, who's looking for the right wing, and this seems to what Stockton can do really well. They can do these big long balls to the right wing that are perfectly placed. With Roberts now, he's looking to just turn around his man. He's trying to find the space. He is going to get it into midfield, and it's going to go all the way across here to Thompson, who lays it back off into midfield. Back to Portas now with Thompson, who is looking for the space. He's going to try and get the point to time, and who slips as he gets it. there is the slightest appeal from the Stockton fans on the opposite side, but I don't even the Stockton players would appeal for that. It was a slip, and it goes out now for a Stockton throw-in. Swallownest have taken a 2-goal lead against Dronfield. Throwing goes in now, back to McWilliams. McWilliams takes touch as it goes to Portas. Portas into midfield as it goes now all the way back to Coulthard, who has a lot of space as he takes the ball forward into the Steel's half. He's looking to get the ball to the right wing. Lemon's going to have to be honest, but headed back in by Roberts, and it's cleared away by the Steels, and it goes all the way to Rawson. And can he release Afebu? He's looking to do so, but unlike Stockton, who seems to let a great pass every time, that one isn't, and McWilliams is going to allow that to go out for a throw-in. Go back from McWilliams, who's going to throw it right into the space where Steels had left for Portas. Portas evades the challenge from Afebu, turns well again to find Butterworth. As Butterworth takes his time, he's going to put a brass right into Roberts here. Lemon's going to try and get the foot in, but I think that's going to be a free kick. It is a free kick. Even Lemon's accepting that one, and he normally complains about everything. As it's taken quickly, this free kick. I thought he might have having a talk with Lemon then, but taken quickly, and next in the midfield for Stockton. Now laid across here for Portas, and it's onto the left wing here. Baker covering as Thompson getting down the line. It's been blocked off by Baker, and then Turner comes back to clear out, but I think the referee has decided that's going out for a corner kick before Turner cleared it. Stockbridge have another set piece they'll need to defend. So it's another tricky one for the Steels to defend. Stockton very good at set pieces. People like Dale Mulligan, always a threat from this sort of area. So Stockton do get plenty of their goals. Mulligan, one of the highest scoring defenders in the league. And right now there is not a single Sox player in the box because they're all going to run into it in the last minute. They're looking for that far post, headed away though, and Afebu misslices his clearance. Stockton back onto it now. They get it on back onto the left wing, but he can't control it. It's out for a throw-in to Stocksbridge. Steels get a let-off on that one. So back now for Baker to try and take this throw-in. Looking down the line for Rawson, as the common tactic is. He does head it on, and Afebu looks to get the first touch onto it. He does go in well, Afebu, before Stockton get it on. The Stockton fans are not happy with that because the Stockton defender is still down. It's the first time we've seen Afebu actually go for something when it's a 50-50. The Stockton fans, they're claiming studs up, and it's a very, very unhappy Stock player. I'm trying to see which one it is. It's Mulligan who is struggling back to his feet. He is limping back to his feet. He's unhappy there as he goes back down again. Would be a huge blow for Stockton, not just today, but in their promotion battle, as the Stockton physio is now going to come on. The referee is the referee is starting very close to us where this happened, and the referee is starting to come a bit more alright with the 3 Stockton players around him. There's 2 now, and I think they're talking in a much more calmer way than the chap who left him. Because I think the referee was close to going to his pocket for dissent, essentially, as Mulligan will get treatment here. For me, he did look a bit like just a 50-50 ball, both players going for it, and then, unfortunately, Mulligan coming off worse. But as we just continue, stoppage in play, so we'll just update you on the league table as things stand, because no scores have changed in the top 6. Worksop obviously champions, but they're losing 1-0. Stockton are currently moving up into 2nd place with this draw. Hebburn would drop to 3rd, Long Eaton remain in 4th, Stockbridge remain in 5th, while Dunstan would slice that 5-point gap to 3 points with the current lead they have at Worksop. So that's just an update on the league table in terms of the playoff race. So it's going to be Mulligan going to head off the pitch now after the treatment. And he will be able to return now. So Baker is going to throw the ball down the line. He's looking for Rawson to try and head it on, but it's headed backwards there by Painter. Bouncing back into Rawson. Rawson's looking to play back to Afebu. Faber takes the touch. Mulligan's returned to the pitch now. Faber puts the cross in. It's blocked off. It's going to be a throw in to Stocksbridge in an attacking position. Baker's going to head over to take it. This is when you do wish the Steels had a long throw expert. Hadn't had one since Michael Trench last season. Phone goes to a Faber, back to O'Connor, back to Baker, who's going to put a high cross in. And Callum Roberts has to collect it. And despite some pressure from McCaskill, he does it very well. So Roberts is going to take his time over this. We are 59 minutes gone into this game, and it is 0-0 at the moment, but been an open, not as open in the second half, I'd say, as in the first, but still a fun game. Actually, quite a nice game despite the 0-0. Interesting. Baker heads it away, but going back to Portas head away. Baker's going to look to get the next header onto it, but it's Thompson who wins that fight, but only for Turner to head it just right back into Butterworth's feet. Hey, Butterworth is going to control it, get it to left wing for Thompson. Thompson controls. He's going to put a good-looking ball in, look for the far post. Tom Townsend, miscontrols that. And then he manages to with his right arm. Townsend. Bit of a... I'll take that. I think miscommunication between him and Oglesby there is he sent it long to Rawson, but it's headed away by Stockton. But there's a push in the back of Baker, but not given, but Turner is able to tack it back, gets it through to O'Connor, touch back to Baker, who slice ball forward, and this is what Baker likes. He has so many other great attributes, but he just can't seem to get a decent ball forward. And here comes the first Stockton substitution, which you're struggling to see in the sunlight, but I think it's the one that all the fans will be happy about, because it's Kevin Hayes coming on for Michael Roberts, one of Stockton's best players coming on. And Kevin Hayes, who was told, I think the reason he was on the bench is because it was his daughter's first birthday today. So congratulations to Kevin's daughter for that one. We hope the rest of your day's not very good though, Kevin. Throwing going down the line, heading away by Stockton as it goes to Thompson, but knocked away by Turner. Going to be another Stockton throwing. Stockton look to try and build up and get that next chance. Goes through Thompson, flicks it on here to Painter. Painter's going to volley it, but that one's going to be collected by Townsend, even though he's going about 10 yards wide. It was going to be wider than the 6-yard box at the very least, that shot, as it now goes back for Townsend to take. He takes some time. He's going to send it long, looking for Rawson, who's wrestling with Stockton. He's head behind. Faber's looking to get onto it. Faber has a chance. He slices his shot, and it's going to be controlled out for a goal kick. Faber, though, just should really have got his foot. But Faber misses his opportunities. Stockton unable to deal with the bouncing ball. Disappointing there from Faber, who just cannot get his foot round it. If he does, he did have a lot of pressure on him, but if he does, it could well have been 1-0 Steels there. Ball away from Roberts, and it goes beyond the town road's head. And back to the top, and this could be it. Stockton going 1-0-1 to the Townsend. It's some backflips from Stockton there, from the attacker. I think it may be Kevin Hayes' best through. It's 1-0 Stockton. So top that's misjudged by the Steel's defence, and that is what's got them the goal. Kevin Hayes, the substitute, the goal scorer, been on for about a minute or two, and his first touch, he's knocked over the top of Townsend for it to be 1-0. And now the Steels are in real trouble in terms of their playoff position. Steels will need to fight back now. They need to throw everything at it. Got another goal to tell about. It's at Cleef up to 1-0 up on Ossett. Jack McMenemy has scored. And now it's time for Wood. Back to O'Connor. O'Connor is going to try immediately pressed by Painter. Lays off to left side to Lemon now. Lemon gets it back into defence here for Oglesby, who's going to pass it all the way back to Townsend. And Townsend's going to send it long, but that one may go out to play. Baker can't keep it in. It's out to Stockton. Stocksbridge are at 6s and 7s at the moment. As he gives it back now to McWilliams. McWilliams going to throw it down the line here. Headed inwards by Stockton, and they're going to get onto that as well. Stockbridge look like they've just been stabbed in the heart after that one. Back here for Timon. Going to be challenged. It's going to be getting the Painter trying to run through the middle, but it's passed backwards. Back here for Thompson, who is going to get the ball back after a 1-2. 2-2, I suppose, as he goes Butterworth. But now back here for Thompson. Thompson shot deflected, and it's deflected, it couldn't. Oh, the deflection I thought was going to end up in the bottom corner then, but instead Townsend is able to collect it. Back here for Turner now. Turner is going to get it through to Rawson. Poor touch from Rawson, but he keeps it anyway. It's back the challenge, but then the pass is poor now, and he tries to get it to O'Connor, but it's collected anyway, and now it's going to go all the way back to Roberts. Now Roberts is going to take the touch and send it long. Tamro will look to get the header onto it. He does get the header away. Header back into the field, going to be sent to the right wing. Now it's back with Kevin Hayes, whose last touch he scored with. This time he's just going to get the ball to the left wing. And it's gone well to the left wing as it's going to be with Thompson. He was cutting inside. Thompson looking to drill a shot through. Instead he takes the pass, bounce through, but cleared away by Lemon. It's still in there before Tamro can get the clearance out. Back with Portas now. Portas going to get it to the left wing here. Going in the middle here. Going to look to try and get it Iron, but that pass there is a bit aimless here. Stockton, actually I say aimless. Stockton almost kept it in. It is out for a goal kick though. 65 minutes gone in this game. Steels are now 1-0 behind. Steels now need to throw everything they can. Wonder if we will see Zach Durnley coming on here soon. Or maybe even Luca De Falco to try and rescue something and get a point here. Ball going long, but headed away. Baker goes in, and the free kick is going to be given. Stockton fans are very angry at that one. They want something more than just a foul. As Thompson has got the one man who's going down there. And now it's back here for Cool Fans, one who's going to go and take it. Referee isn't going to be giving anything despite the fans' protestations. And now Ian gets his Cool forward, just like a yard, well, a foot in the, no, I say a foot, as in a person's foot inside the Steel's half. The Cool forward's going to keep it just looking to get it into the box, and it is going to be headed on into it. It's O'Connor trying to knock it away, but he almost kept it in himself. He does get it away, looking for a favour, but headed away by McWilliams, gets to Turner, who chests it down, but only back into Porter's path, with a little back heel, gets it away to Butterworth. And now it's on the left-hand side, and now back with Butterworth here. Butterworth takes it right-footed, going to look to get it to the far-hand side, and they're going to clip it into the midfield. The midfield are going to clip it through, blocked by Lemon. Appeals for a handball, not given, and now Turner's going to collect it, and it needs just a quality pass here. And they're looking to get it to a Fabu. Fabu's had to backtrack to get it. Fabu just needs to turn his man, and he's trying to get the touch. Just needs to be the first man onto it, but Roberts claims out well. Almost some greatness from a Fabu there. As Roberts is going to collect it now. And he's going to take his time now with it. Sent long here. Looking for Ogilvy to head it away. Does get it to Wood after two touches, gets it forward, but only back to Stockton. But we're going to get to Turner. Turner going to collect in his feet, and he gets hauled down. It's going to be a free kick to Stocksbridge. Just inside the Stockton half on that left wing area. And it was immediately, I think it's taken quickly, but gone out for a goal kick. That's what's happened, because I looked down for a second to just check if anything else had happened elsewhere, but instead it's now going to be a goal kick now for Stockton. Steels needs to be a lot better in attack positions, quicker in attack positions, quicker to look for the finish, I think, most of all. I think sometimes. Right, back here for to be taken. Headed away by Oglesby, then back to Lemon will collect it. He's going to volley that one forward. McCaskill's looking to get a beat in the defence. So is a Fabu. If Fabu's going to go for the header, but Roberts claims it well. That has to be composed goalkeeper with two men running at him. And Stockton going to knock it long, and they have just kept that one in as well. And it'll be one that Hayes is going to collect. Left-hand side. Gets it back here to Thompson as they knock it through, and it's going to go back here. Back to Thompson, takes a drilled shot straight at Townsend. It was powerful, but well saved. 69 minutes gone in this game. 21 minutes for the Steels, plus added time, plus Steels to get an equaliser. Ball going long. Rawson's going to head it sideways, but Wood is nowhere near to collect it. That's going to allow King to just head it away and then flicked onto Butterworth, who's knocked it on long for Timon to chase. And Timon gets the first touch onto it as well. He's controlled it with his arm, Timon there, and it is going to be a free kick to the Steels. So some goals to tell you about. There's a good goal for Stocksbridge. Worksop Town have equalised against Dunstan. Liam Hughes, the goal scorer there. And another goal that doesn't really affect us, Jake Park has equalised for Lincoln United against Pontefract Collieries. Just so you know, Worksop goal, ball to the back post, and Liam Hughes has headed it in. Worksop have one tactic, but that one tactic has done everyone in the league, but the team we're facing today, who beat them on the opening game of the season. It's the one time Worksop have lost in the league this season, was to Stockton. And Brighouse have taken a 2-goal lead against Grimsby Borough as well. Townsend almost got tackled there as he sent it long here. Bounces awkwardly for McWilliams, but he does collect it with it. He's facing his own goal. He gets it off to Portas. Now back here for King, who's going to send it long, and then Townsend is going to go collect it. Looks like we are going to see a Stocksbridge substitution very soon. I think that might be Zach Durnley looking like he could come on just for his second appearance for the Steels. As Rawson's going to chase onto this back header backwards, but Roberts has claimed that. And he's getting some applause from his own fans there. Parkgate have taken a 2-goal lead against Wakefield now. As Roberts takes there. Roberts is going to just take it into his arms for a bit before sending it long. Looks like it's going to be Wood who can only head it backwards, but then Townrow gets a good header away. Headed sideways onto the right wing though for Stockton and evade the challenger Wood and evade Turner challenge and all before O'Connor gets foot in, but only just goes back to Stockton, and it's a free kick actually to Stockton as well at some point during that. And it's a great ball there to Thompson with a quick free kick. Thompson's got some lots of time and space. You know, he's faced up with Baker, who's got back. Later Portas. Portas is going to take the shot. It's curled to the right hand side. Offside flag's gone up there as it went to Timon, and Timon's shot was saved anyway. Just to let you know, with Dunstan drawing, it would at least mean, even with Dunstan's game in hand, that the Steels still have their playoff place in their own hands. So, here comes Stocksbridge substitution. It's Charlie Wood heading off, and I think Lewis McCaskill maybe as well. Yeah, so Charlie Wood, one of the people coming off, and I think it's on the opposite side. This is why we're struggling with the numbers here. Zach Durnley, definitely one of the men coming on. And even Bojang is coming on as well. So Bojang and Durnley are coming on for Wood and McCaskill. McCaskill has struggled against Lois King today. So, chance for Durnley, who we've not seen since that game against Work, top due to injury. Yeah. To really impress and show why he was brought in. He was at Guiseley previously. Wants to get back to loving his football. He's got a great pedigree, having played for Oldham Athletic and Manchester United and England schoolboys. As the throwing just goes down line, but head away by Stockton. It's going to go into midfield for Turner to claim, and he gets it to O'Connor. Does it forward here to Bojang. Quickly back to Lemon. Back to Bojang now. Bojang's going to put a pass through to it's actually McCaskill stayed on. It's still McCaskill on. I haven't seen who's come off then. To Durnley, who takes a shot and it's blocked. There, some good play beforehand. And Turner misses his tackle there. And he's going to go down the left-hand side, but I think it's a bit too far for Portas of all people. And it's going to go back to Townsend to clear upfield. Durnley there, some good movement on his first touches on the pitch. We will try and correct the team in the next time. We have a break here. Rawson's getting pushed and pulled all around, and eventually gets the free kick for it. Trying to see who's come off here for the Steels. I can see, obviously, Wood, one of them. Don't think Durnley. I don't think Durnley has actually come on yet. So we'll get rid of that. McCaskill's still on, and it's Durnley. No, McCaskill took that shot earlier. Turnley goes up, looking for the far end, and headed away. But Bojang's going to try and get to it, but instead it's Stockton who are able to head it back to King, and it's fairly simple to deal with. It goes back now to Baker, who's in the left back position at the moment. Gets it through to Bojang. It's going to go back. I think Durnley's the man on, but I'm not trying to see. The ball is going to go forward, looking for McCaskill, head back away. Hey, back for Lemon here, who's going to take this shot. He's at the top of the net. Jordan Lemon, who's had a couple of spectacular goals this season already. He's already topped his tally ever, basically, scoring 2 goals this season. That's more than he's ever scored, and very almost made it his 3rd of the season. Jordan Lemon there. Fantastic play from him. I think for a second we all thought that was going to drop in the top corner. And it's Stephen Thompson who's now coming off here. I'm trying to see a man who is coming on. Just can't see. Haven't seen us come on yet, and we'll have a look on the football web pages. As Roberts is going to send this one long here. Came off his knee of Timon there. It's gone to the right wing to Hayes anyway, and he's going to look cross field to get it. It's going to go well to the left wing, and it's well touched, and Baker is trying to force him out there, looking for the overlap, and they find the overlap here. Ball going, it's blocked off. It's going to be a corner kick to Stockton. So some goals to tell you about. Pontefract 2-1 up on Lincoln. Mikey Dunn scored there. Concert have had a man sent off, Ben Milburn, and then Alex Troker scored from the spot Carlton to put them 2-1 ahead. And Stockton have the corner here. Here comes the corner, looking for the far end. It's Tono who heads it out for another corner. That came in with some speed then. And now it's going to be from the opposite corner. Stockton are taking their time, understandably. We're on the 76th minute, and Stockton are looking to hold on here. Stocksbridge. So I've not seen yet. It's Nathan Mulligan. Ball's get it on, and it's in the 6-yard area still, but Stocksbridge clear. Yeah, and Lemon gets the second header away, but it's only going to go back to midfield. Missed tackle there from Stocksbridge, but Baker gets it in, and then O'Connor clears. Afebu is going to chase, but McWilliam heads it back. But and into midfield where Portas flicks it on. Baker tries to head away, but he's charged into it. It's going to be a throw in here to Stockton. Ball's going to be switch play looking for King. And it's a great running from King. King takes a shot, and it's had to be Town Road's tackle there. That's stopped. That's another corner for Stockton. So Stockton piling on some pressure here. Just as the Steelers had some of their best passage of play in the second half. Now Stockton have just come back with some force. They're looking to make sure they don't have a nervy end to the game. Here comes the ball in. It's a good-looking ball headed away by Oglesby, though. Portas will head it back to the sideways here to Butterworth, who's looking to switch it back onto the right wing. Well controlled at the moment. Look at Turner, trying to block it off. But he blocks it off, and then it goes out for a throw-in. So it's going to just be a slow saunter there from Lewis King, who understandably taking his time. Again, don't like the fact he's taking his time, but we'd probably do the same. Groening goes in, Bojang trying to close down, but the cross is going to go in. It's a bit over the top of everyone, going to be chased down here by, I believe it's Hayes there, who's going to put it into the box. It's been flicked by Fabu there, but not enough to stop it in its tracks. Back here for Mulligan, who takes a fizzing shot, and it's curled, but into the arms of Townsend at the end. He's going to take his time before sending it long, and he's going to get it to Lemon. Lemon control, gets the beating of his man there, Lemon, but the sliding challenge stops, and it's going to go for a Stockton throw in there. He gets to come off Lemon there. Lemon thinking it's out there, it's thrown before he is told otherwise. Stockton just need another chance really to try and get back in with 11 minutes plus added time to go. Okay, it's just on that right hand side now with Kingers. A Fabu has come off, actually. There's a substitution, not very low-key substitution. A Fabu's gone off, and Zach Durnley has come on. Still in Stockton, who's putting a big ball, trying to get it cross field, but Baker's going to head that one away. But only back to the Stockton midfield, which has just reigned dominant in this game. Going to get it onto the right-hand side of midfield now. Is Stockton are happy to be a bit more patient with the ball as they now flick it to the right-hand side for King, and he's going to go down the line. It's a little slip from him, but he still keeps the ball before taking the pass back. Going to cut inside here. They're looking for the shooting room. Here comes a shot, but it's over the back. Not too far off, though. Now it's time for... So Zach Durnley comes on. We just talked about him earlier when we thought he'd come on. He's obviously got great pedigree, having been at Malden Athletic and Manchester United. And we'll see if he goes. Here comes Durnley. He's got the first shot, heads it down and gets it to Rawson really well. Dawson's going to charge, but his charge for him blocked. Rawson then loses track of ball before it's cleared away. And it comes about a yard away from clobbering a kid in the head there. He almost got a big invitation into the match there, that young lad. To Baker now for the throw-in. Some good play from Durnley there. Some good first touches from him. Down the line looking for O'Connor, who takes it to his chest. Looks to get down the line, but he can't control it. Goes out of play for a throw into Stockton. About 10 yards, well, 12 yards from the corner flag, because it's on line with the penalty spot. See Steve Durnley saying, come on, Stocksbridge. And that. So it's back now here for McWilliams for the throw-in. Not good news for us is that Worksop have got down to 10 men now with Jack Broadhead being sent off. Baker can only head it forward, but Townrose slyways cleared for Oakley able to head it away. It's a bit of head tennis here as Bojang tries to challenge for it, does challenge, gets it to Rawson. Rawson needs to turn, he's pass it out for O'Connor, who controls it well. O'Connor needs to put a quality cross in. It's a good looking cross, looks for a kick, still heads it towards goal, well saved Roberts! And again cleared it. Stay close to the line. Just needed Rawson there to go. It's now Baker for a throw. He's so close there. Throwing from McCaskill there. The shortest man on the pitch gets the header. Bankman Baker now for the throw-in. Throws it here towards O'Connor. And he's looking to try and get it off the corner, but it's knocked away back to Baker, who does knock it off a Stokes man, and it's going to be a corner kick to the Steels. I believe, so just in an update of the playoffs in terms of the Northern Counties, with the results of this hand, Emily are going to move into second place. Managed by former Steel Richard Tracy. Here comes Turner's corner in. It's looking to get it to the far end. Right, and it's been greatly saved by Roberts. I can't even get his name out. It's a fantastic save. Oglesby rose higher than everyone else, but Roberts with a great diving save. Lemons just robbed the ball as they try to get the counter-attack, and he's going to send it down the line. Rawson's going to beat the offside trap here. Rawson down left wing, he needs some options, and he's going to evade the tackle, gets it back to Bojang, who puts the ball in the middle. McCaskill needs to turn, he's trying to look for Bojang, but blocked off and cleared out. Stockton have kept it in as well, actually, and they're going to look to get the counter-attack, but blocked off by Lemon again. Back on the left-hand side for O'Connor. Gets it into Bojang, 1-2 passing. Great passing, can Stockbridge just keep it in? They do keep it in. Rawson's header though, he just can't get it over it. And if he had just left it, Bailey Baker was waiting. Much better from the Steels, though, over the last few minutes. Oh, Charlie Oglesby's chance there. It's a fantastic header from Oglesby. You can't ask for Oglesby to do more, but Callum Roberts with a fantastic save there. It seems frustrating that for the last few weeks we've been facing goalkeeper after goalkeeper in fantastic form. Reminds me of Liam Higton a few weeks ago for Grimsby Borough. Here comes Roberts' ball forward. Be a few drinks bought for him tonight, I'm sure. But I say that, he just kicks the ball right out of play, so maybe that one's going to mean it's a smaller, just a half rather than the pint. Baker throwing it down the line. Headed back down for O'Connor, who heads it forward, but only to Mulligan, and Mulligan is just going to look to get it cross field. I think that one's just going to take time, but Lemon's going to gather it, and Lemon's going to Looking forward, looking for McCaskill. McCaskill has to head it backwards, but only Turner's going to head it right back for McCaskill. And Stockton able to head it. Stockton able to keep it in play really well. This is a lot of non-league teams just can't keep it in play a lot of time. At Stockton, that seems to be one of their big strengths. It sounds daft, but it's true. As Baker's going to get away with a bit of a short ball there, and he was going to carry on with it. Baker passes it to O'Connor, gets it forward, but it's a poor one, and Durnley can't get to it. Back with McWilliams, who's going to clip it forward. Looking to time who heads it back here, and he's going to get it to the right wing, and it's going to be well controlled. And Stockton have their chance here. They're looking to cut inside. Bojan misses the tackle. Here comes the shot. It's deflected, but that takes all the sting and gives it back to Townsend. Sending it long here. Rawson trying to get the end of the long one. Can Rawson get it on the end of it? He gets the header, Rawson. Here comes the volley, but he's blocked it, and Durnley's got his head down because he wanted that ball behind him. But he does earn the throw-in. Stocksbridge are coming good here in the last 10 minutes of the game. We are in the 85th minute. As it's with Lemon now. You do sometimes wonder where these steals are for the rest of the game. And it's Oglesby is actually going to come up here for this throw-in as well after becoming so close to the goal earlier. He's going to take a position on the near post. Lemon, long throw in, and it's going to be Stockton who headed out for another corner. Another delivery like we saw last time is needed, and hopefully this time Callum Roberts can't pull off a fantastic save. Oglesby did such a good job rising highest from that. So Turner here will put the ball in, curling ball, looking to get it in. It controlled, Durnley controls, it shoots, but it's wide. Curled wide. The way it curled, you thought it looked like it might have been deflection, but you can see from our angle that there wasn't. And I think that's where Durnley's lack of match fitness, match sharpness is what's hurting him there. As it looks like Stocksbridge maybe preparing to make another substitution. It's an attacking one. Luca DeFalco is coming on for Keegan Townrow. So with basically just about 5 minutes to go in normal time, an extra striker is coming on. Can the local Stocksbridge lad be the hero today? As it's headed on here by DeFalco, but then knocked away by Stockton, and it's going to go back in the central defence. I haven't seen who's gone into central defence now, but Lemon's going to cover that ball forward, and he's going to head it back to Townsend. Townsend will send it long here, looking for Durnley, but headed away. And it's touched on to avoid Baker being able to get to it and keeping the pressure on it, but it is going to be thrown inside the Steel's half for Stocksbridge. Goals to tell you about. Pontefract have got a 3-1 up on Lincoln. Adam Priestley scoring the latest for them. And Cleethorpes are now 2-0 up on Ossett. Alex Flett has scored from the spot. Back with Baker now. Bridlington have just equalised against Shildon as well. Edward Rodson going quickly to McCaskill here from Baker. McCaskill looking to get the bitten of his man. Rolling it round. Here comes left-footed cross in. Head away by Stockton. Back to Turner, who's going to chip a ball back in, but Stockton either going to deal with that. Back to O'Connor, going to control it, but he just can't control it. But there's a free kick in for a handball. I think lead by DeFalco there. Yeah. Just a goal from Sheffield FC, who've gone 2-0 up on Hebburn now. Benny Nluvu, I can't pronounce that. Nluvu has scored. So for Stockton, this is a bit of a perfect day because obviously they're beating us, and Hebburn and Long Eaton are losing. Actually, just to say, I believe they're almost in the playoffs, Stockton, with this result. But can the Steels hold on? Well, hold on, come back. I mean, and can Stockton be looked to hold on? Stockton have just got thrown in their own half after Stockton's long throw was headed out by their own player. Phone goes in, it's in the midfield. Stockton getting but well in from Lemon there. And it's just going to be Stockton trying to control it down the right hand side. But Oglesby's going to boot it off, and it's come off for Stockton, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Steels. That's actually what they would have wanted as we enter the 88th minute. The Steels will be ruining missed chances, such as Luke Rawson's in the first half, and a favour when he just didn't connect when he managed to burst through. That's where you think, when it was 0-0, is that where the Steels are going to regret things? Townsend sending it long, looking to get it to Rawson, but headed away by Portas. Back for Baker. Ball forward is not the greatest, but so Durnley's having to drop deep, but Portas unchallenged and he gets it, but Turner collects it. Turner's going to lay it off to Lemon on the left-hand side now. Here, Lemon, who stops, right-footed, trying to switch play, but it's not a great ball. Headed back away, and no one's challenging in midfield, and Stockton able to get to Mulligan with a bit of ease. Baker's going to cover, though, and pass it back to Townsend. We'll see how much added time we have in a minute. Here comes Townsend, ball forward, and it's a slice clearance from Stockton. Rawson's going to try and press for it, touches it back here to Durnley, but a foot goes in. Turner trying to take it away from all the Stockton men, and he is going to just get it down the left wing now, where DeFalco's assisting him. Turner continues to try and go on his own, and that is what costs him because he gets it away. But Bojang stops that clearance and collects it. Bojang, pass it now to O'Connor. O'Connor looking for the crossfield ball, looking for Baker. But it's head up in there by McWilliams. Baker just needs to work out where the ball is. He does, and he gets it on the right-hand side. Durnley as assistant. Ball touch from Baker, and it's going to come off his back heel and out for a throw into Stockton. And that's been cheered by the Stockton fans as if it was a goal. So back now for that left-hand side. Long Eaton have had a man sent off. Tom Kerson's that hit. Supposed to be sent off. Going long, flicked on Baker, tried to keep it in, but he can't. Tonight, well, I believe that's 4 minutes at a time. I've just seen that. 4 minutes at a time. Not very much at all, but you can't really disagree with it. There hasn't been many stoppages other than Mulligan's injury. Hey, Stockton tries to control it on the halfway line, but I think it's just going to go out. Well, if you have done well, to keep it in, but O'Connor's got it back to Turner, who's gone into centre back at the moment there. Turner's going to carry it forward. Going to get it to the left side to DeFalco. DeFalco finds the run there of Lemon, who just can't control it, and it goes out to play. And Lemon kicks there the gate of the AstroTurf pitch in frustration. He's frustrated, and I think the Steel fans travelling are a bit frustrated now. Throwing down the line from Stockton. Push on Lemon there, nothing given for the free kick, but as they say, nothing given, it has been given now. And what's Stockton just going to try and see if they can get every man forward here. Townsend's going to be on taking it, so the answer is yes. I wonder if I imagine if there is a corner here, there will be. Just been noticed Zach Durnley got a yellow card at some point. I didn't see that. Was it disallowed from Zach Durnley? Oh God. Townsend will try and slice ball. It's going to get it to the right hand side, too, but headed away by Stockton. And it's a really poor ball from Townsend. Minute and a half of stoppage time has gone. About 2.5 to go. Chance for at least one more, I'd say. Baker throwing it down the line to Bojang. Gets it in his feet. Bojang will pass it back to Baker. Infield for Turner. Turner. Well, flick back to O'Connor. O'Connor charging forward. O'Connor almost into the box. Looking for the overlap from Bojang. Bojang's fighting to keep it in. He does. He knocks out. And here comes the corner. Townsend is looking for permission off Ian Richards, but he's not going to get it at this stage. He's going to stand right on the halfway line here, though. And he did come up for Answorth in a game against us earlier on. Here comes a corner. It's going to be punched by Roberts and then flicked away. Hey, but it's going to only go back to Lemon, who takes a touch. Gets it to the left-hand side now. Ball going in, but it's been deflected back, and that's going to allow Stockton to head it away. Lemon going to head it backwards now to Baker. Baker takes a touch, now it's to Lemon. Back to Bojang, who's going to knock it forward, but no one's really challenging for it. And there goes Ogden for it, and it goes in, it's going to go to play, and it's going to be a Steele's throw-in. There's going to be a stoppage, though, maybe because Stockton were trying to get a stoppage there. Actually, Painter, he does look quite bad as he gets to his feet. Painter is struggling there to get back to his feet and is limping back to defend. Lemon, long throw in, Stockton going down, and the free kick is given. That was, I will admit, some gamesmanship from the Stockton defender because I didn't see the man who pushed him down anyway. I think he was pushed down by his own man, but Painter will actually get the treatment he needs now. And that's when there's some talking to from the Stockton defence, but it will add some time on this. Because I'd say we would have had about 30 seconds left before that, but I imagine another minute will come on. So we're just waiting as full-time results go up. Long Eaton's unbeaten run has now ended. North Shields winning 1-0 in that game. As Cameron Pater is back ready to go, and Roberts will come and take this. Should, with that, have another 30 seconds, I would say maybe minutes. Though, we'll be shocked if the referee did blow. Sending it long, trying to get as far away from their goal as possible. They are going to. Baker's going to head it back a bit dangerously, but it's going to be collected by Townsend, and Townsend is going to send it long and quickly long. Looking for Rawson now. Rawson heads it on to Durnley. Durnley gets the touch on, but he's looking feeling for the corner, and it's going to be a goal kick. It is the fair decision there. And Durnley not happy with that. It's probably a fair one. And Roberts will take his time, going to go collect it. So I think this will probably be it now, I'd say, by my watch. Unfortunately, Stocksbridge have not done enough to get a point out of this, a tricky away trip. And Dunstone do advance because they're looking like they really get the 1-1 draw at home to Worktop. A fantastic result for them, that, though could have been far worse. They were leading 1-0. Yeah, goes the ball long. The referee has not blown. Oglesby will head it away, and it's going to bounce midfield, but only for Stockton, who's going to try a long-range shot, and it's going to go. He was trying to see if he could get the goal. Townsend just rushed off pitch to get that quickly. Townsend's up to take quickly. That might well be, this way will be the full-time whistle. It is 1-1 between Dunston and Worktop. That's a full-time result. The game is actually going to continue for a bit, but heading away. Baker's got to track it, and he's going to try. Now it's full-time. Stockton are going to win it 1-0. The Steels didn't really turn on for the last 10 minutes. A great goal from Kevin Hayes after just being 2 minutes on. They're going to pick up the win. That will nearly secure their place in the playoffs. Stocksbridge will have some more nervous times to come, with 3 games to go, and nervously watching Dunston against Grimsby Borough. We will see you on Monday against Pontefract College, where we host them, for a very quick turnaround this time, and hopefully the Steels will be able to get back to winning ways there. We'll see you then. I've been Adam Allcroft.